Welcome to Feature Friday. And today, Rachel and I just got back from the AI conference in DC. And so we heard 2.5 days of AI content. So go AI. Everybody's very excited about it. Let me just say that. No, it was really kind of cool to see how other people are using it. And what's really cool about a lot of the things that people were talking about is that it's really accessible. One of the things that we love about PageWheel is that the AI component has made it a lot easier to do things. And so if you have something in your business that you're doing over and over and over again, I'm going to show you a really simple way to automate that through AI today. And then because it's Feature Friday on PageWheel, we're going to set up a sales page in case you wanted to create something that you're going to sell. So one of the things that people were talking a lot about, and if you have spent any time on the internet, you've heard about GPTs, or a really simple step-by-step thing that you could create within ChatGPT and then share it. You can keep them private, or you can turn them public.
How are you?
For those of you who have never done that before, I had ChatGPT create a GPT for you this morning. So if that feels like one of those box inside of a box inside of a box, I think that was really fun. So I'm going to start with sharing my, just so you can see what kind of how I got this. And by the way, this is not something that I've done a ton of, and one of the nice things about, wait a second, that is more than I want to share. Let's see. One of the things that's really great about ChatGPT and is like, if you don't know something, you just ask it. So I was like, hey, how do I do this? And so I went into the GPT builder and I created a GPT builder coach. I just went through the steps, basically, telling ChatGPT what I wanted. I was like, hey, I want to build this for beginners so that they know exactly how to build one of these, even if they're not technical, even if they've never built one before. And so I've created
Want
one
me
of
to turn
those.
these lights off?
And
Want
basically
me to
what
turn these lights?
happens when you do that is you can say, I want this private only for me to use, and then it's going to kind of go into your ChatGPT library. Or you can say, no, I want a link to share it. And that's what I did today. So I made a GPT builder coach. I have the link. And so now we're going to go into PageWheel and create a way for me to use that link as either an opt-in or sell it. If you had created a complicated GPT, there's no reason why you couldn't package that up with a little bit of education and sell that. And so one of the things that I thought was hysterical was we had a whole day of people showing all these different things you could make with ChatGPT, Grok, all of the above. And then, so they would show all these things of how you can do it, how you can do it. And then they'd say, oh, and then just go pop it into a funnel. And I'm like, that's like, because they're like, oh, you can make this in 3 hours and then you'll just pop it into a funnel. And then I'm just like, yeah, but most funnels take a really long time. Like, it's so funny you're just glossing over that. Like, step 5, pop it into a funnel. So we're going to pop it into a funnel today because we can actually do that. So let me open up my PageWheel account, and I need to get the size on this right for YouTube. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm just in the dashboard of PageWheel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to a web page builder because we don't need a digital product. We're going to actually use the link as the product. So we are going to do, and what did I call this thing? GPT Builder Coach. So GPT Builder Coach. Build your first GPT in minutes. Okay. And then I asked ChatGPT to make an image that I could use for this. So let's just upload that. The benefit of uploading that here is it will like put it into the funnel at the very, very beginning. Now, usually when you run this, it's going to start it with the digital product. So like saying the download, that kind of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and just stay with that funnel because I'm the most familiar with it, and I can just make a few changes. And we're just going to switch it to need to build your first GPT fast, no coding needed, just download and go. So I'm going to say just click and go. And then let's see what anything else. Creating, easy to add. Okay, so it looks like this is say get access here. Whoops. All right, I'm gonna see if we can do this with, I'm gonna switch to a different refresh. Oh, I like that one for this. That looks cute. All right, and then I don't need this section because I don't have an image for it, so I'm just going to hide it in self-paste. I really don't think I need this one. I don't need this one. And you see how real authors, that's because I have my settings, my personal settings as I teach authors. So if you're seeing something over and over again that you're like, oh, I don't want, then go ahead and change the settings in your profile, by the way. Hi, I am Holly. So basically this actually kind of looks pretty cool. I'm just going to do a little spacing. This, I'm noticing this a lot of time you have to rerun the AI for this. Easy instant access and real results. I don't need their phone number. I want to add a colorful background here. That looks nice. Maybe change this one to a darker color.
Oh, I forgot we could put backgrounds down there.
I know, isn't that
That
fun?
helps. It helps break it up.
It really does. And I just love that. Okay, cool. So let's see, I'm going to say get access instead of grab it now. Okay, so remember all these buttons on the offer page are going to send them down to the sign up page. We're going to keep this free and use it as a lead magnet. All right, so now we're on the delivery page. And remember, you can always look up here to see where you are. So now instead of a download, what we want to do is I want to grab the link to and I just grabbed this from the ChatGPT. There's a share button once you publish the GPT. I'm just going to grab that link. I'm copying it right now. And then what I'm going to do here is instead of link to the next step, because remember, it's the 80-20. So 80% of the people are going to be using this for a download. So that would be that next button step in this situation. But for us, we want to go ahead and give people access to the GPT. So I'm going to paste that in here and apply it. And instead of saying download, I'm going to say get access now. And then same thing here, get access now. And I'm going to just have both of these go into that GPT. All right, then like literally, I don't really need any of this stuff right now. I might come back and add a video like this video. If I was going to add this video, which I'll go ahead and do that after we're done here, is what I would do is I'm going to just add a section. I'm going to go into the video or image, click on video. I'm going to go ahead and put the video in there so that when we're done today, I can just pop that in here. So watch how I built this page or this funnel in real time with PageWheel. Whoops. I can never spell in public. And then what I'm going to do after I download this video, I'm going to put it up into YouTube, and then I'll just add the link. When there is if you access this before I put this in here, you'll just see kind of an empty box, almost like a image was broken. It's totally fine. You can come back later once it's updated and you'll see it. And then down here, like, what is the next step for you guys? So I would say in this case, grab your own page wheel funnel builder, and say get building in seconds. This would be a really great thing for you to grab and put your affiliate link here. So started today and launch in the next 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead in this one and put just my page wheel link, which happens to be pagewheel.com. But those of you who are selling it from an agency, you could put your agency thing in there. Those of you who are white labeling, you could do that. Those of you who are affiliates, you could put your affiliate link in. We don't really need this section, but you could obviously put that something there. So they're getting access on the delivery page. I'm going to embed the video later, and then I'm selling them into that next step of grab their own quick funnel builder. Okay. Let's go to this thing. I just really like to make these URLs shorter. So I'm going to GPT builder coach. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to backspace over this. Unlock. Yep, that sounds good. I just like short URLs, but that's probably because it's been such a big deal for a long time. You just launched your first GPT in minutes. Let's go. So this is going to take you, instead of download your resource, I'm going to say, let's just say, oops. This one is that's going to go to a book file. So this is one thing that we are going to want to edit on this one. And because we don't have a book in this case. So click for access to your GPT coach. And I'm going to get rid of all of this. And I'm going to grab that link really quickly. Put that in there. All right. I think it still had it. And then this would send them back to the delivery page. So in this case, I'm just going to say, watch the video, watch the live build. And you can see I'm not backspacing all the way to the beginning, so I don't lose that link. And then start implementing. So I think that's totally appropriate. In this case, I might say start implementing with a quick funnel builder. And I'm going to put them back to page wheel. In your case, you'd use your affiliate link there. All right, and then everything else looks good. I'm going to publish it. All right, so let me copy this. I'm going to put this in the chat so that you have this if you want to access that. I'm also going to go over here. In fact, let me share my screen again. We'll go back and grab the share funnel for anybody who wants to use this as a share funnel.
Holly, for those that are new, explain how a share funnel works and that you need to be logged into your page wheel account first to get it to automatically go in.
Very good. So there's several, and I'll step back just a second before I post this link. In here, we could duplicate it for yourself and make edits to one or whatever you want to do. But if you want to share the whole product and funnel, so everything I just built, you can share with another page wheel user or anyone who's in an agency level account. And you're just going to click that. It's going to open up that pop-up, and then it's going to give you the code that if you're logged into PageWheel, you will see that exact same product in your account once it downloads. So let me share that with
And
here.
if you're logged in to a client's account, it's going to dump it into their account.
Yes, yes, it will.
Ask me how I know.
And then those of you on the agency or enterprise level, you can share these into child accounts really easily. So like if you're like, hey, once a month, I'm going to share a custom GPT for you, you could build out that funnel like we just did really quickly and then put it all into their account super easily. So and this is a really fun way if you are a coach or somebody, if you're teaching things that you want your students then go ahead and spread out as well, is you can give them all the tools they need to share the whole thing. So this is so fun because like you see how that I did that in, I don't know, 15 minutes and I was talking the whole time. So the cool thing is now you can, it doesn't have to be a digital product. Like I know people are like, the lead magnet is dead. Well, that's because they don't have a good lead magnet. Yes, your lead magnet may be dead, but it doesn't always have to be a workbook or a download or something like that. You can see how easily you could use this new technology by just grabbing a link. We do this all the time for videos, like sending over to a video or a training or a challenge. All those things can be on whatever you want to deliver on the delivery page, you can do. And basically, this is just a gateway to either get them signed up or take their money before they see that. So just super simple. Do not overthink this. And now that when they're like, just pop it into a funnel, you're like, oh yeah, I can do that. I got this. So, any questions?
This puts the fun into funnel.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally using that. Funnels are anti-fun.
So, Holly, do you recommend those of us that are agency using this to build our list? And also, how are we tying this into, hey, go join Page Wheel? Because a lot of times on social media, um, especially with cold market, like if somebody's in a group and they're talking about something and whatever, I share my affiliate Page Wheel link first.
Mm-hmm.
And then if that person ends up joining, if they're at 27 or 47 or whatever they are, then I see it in my
Yeah.
commissions.
Yeah.
And that's my opportunity to go have a conversation with that person and be like, hey, here's a higher level that we offer, or if this is accomplishing your goals, and do you want to become an agency? So that's kind of how in my mind, that's my flow. Is that
I think it works, and it's probably going to be a little bit different for everyone. But I like that for you because I think you, in a lot of cases, and those of you who don't know April, she has a large community in a certain segment, but she has a pretty large cold community too, meaning that she's reaching people that may not know who she is. And so those are probably a little bit different conversations than those people that are on her list, have been on her list for years, and they're like, hey, April, show me how to do this. And so bringing those people into the fold, getting them on their email, because she emails people regularly. So once they're on that email list, they're going
that's
to
because
become
Holly made me.
because I made her. Yeah, I kind of did. You hang out with me, I'm going to make you email. I'm just like, sorry.
I know. And now I hear that from Holly, and then I turn around and I say that to my community. I'm like, hey, how big is your email list? And they go, I went, oh, that's lesson number one.
Yeah, well, and the thing is it just takes just start doing it. It kind of builds on itself. So the cool thing is so y'all, and you think about, I'm sitting in a AI conference, this week. Yes, I'm co-founder of software development, but of a software. But you all know me. I'm not highly technical. Like I use ChatGPT like a lot, but like as a user, I hadn't really thought about it like I think about it in page build terms as what do we want this page to do, like all that kind of stuff, or how do I solve your problem when you're sending a question into customer service. But I hadn't really thought like, oh, what could we build that would be helpful to the general user? Because like if I haven't been building a whole bunch of these GPTs, are you freaking kidding me as far as the general public? So just like April's always laughing about how like people are like, what's a reel? Like people have no idea about how to use ChatGPT other than asking them like, hey, how do I make potato soup? Or what happened in 1982 on this day. Those are things that we all, a conversation, that is something that's super easy. But taking a AI, even a public AI that we all have access to for free, and by the way, I think you do have to have the $20 version to create the GPTs, just FYI, which is totally worth it. Like you will never give it up, don't worry. It's $20 well spent. So, but think about what could you do to make, to get some attention in the general public, because I hate to break it to you, y'all are the experts in AI right now, like to the general public. So thinking about, how can I just help them? Remember, you just have to give them one, kernel of knowledge, solve one problem for them. So if you have something that you use, ChatGPT for regularly, make a little public GPT for it and share it with others. Even if it, like literally what I just did for you, I started, me, I logged into Zoom 10 minutes before we went live, and we just created the whole thing in the last 20 minutes, including the GPT. So don't overthink this, because guess what? The people that are opting in for that have never even done that. Like, and literally, like I'm so much smarter than I was 25 minutes ago. so, so just be thinking about solving problems. And then if you're not into GPTs, no big deal. I totally get it. There's other things that you could share on that delivery page with a link, just like we did for the GPT. It doesn't have to be a download. And now that we have the ability to go straight to the web site builder, you can make whatever choice. And then, by the way, if I want to go back in today and say, hey, I want to add, in fact, let's look at that real quick. I want to add a download to that. What I could do is or if, for you on the share funnel, if you're like, hey, I want to add a download to that, what you're going to do is go into the website that we just built, or you just grabbed with a share funnel. And then you're going to push this add a digital product. That will open up the digital product builder. And then what you're going to want to do is just make sure on the delivery page that you add at least one link to that download. Does that make sense? And if you need, by the way, that if you've already overridden all the buttons that are there, you're going to have to go grab that link. And so let me show you how to do that. Let's go back here. And I'm going to say your links. And then if you had a digital product, that link would be right there. You would just copy that and then go into your delivery page and choose a button to add that download to. Does that make sense? Since we overrode those buttons that normally are connected, if you go in and add a product, you're going to want to make sure that it does happen.
How did you get to that little pop-up?
Right here under any product, your link.
Got it.
Yep. And this is a really helpful place. Most of us are always just grabbing that top one. But if something ever goes wrong, like you're like, like you deleted the link out of the email, not that I've ever done that 152 times, then I just go grab the link and put it back in. Remember, this pop-up comes at the end of the funnel building process too, just automatically. So if you're like, oh crap, I need to go back, you can also, if you're in that building process, you can grab it there. Or if you're not, you can just go into your links and grab it. And this would normally have 3 links. When you have a digital product, it will show you 3 links.
Holly, when you told me to go ahead and just click the link, share the link to that Google Doc for the onboarding, oh my gosh, that was like game changing because in my
Yes.
brain, I was like, I've got to take everything from this Google Doc, I've got to put it into a funnel and get them to click on everything and make sure that it doesn't go wonky when I click. And then you were like, why don't you just share the link? And I was like, why
Yeah.
don't I just
If
share
you
the
have
link?
something built out somewhere, don't
I know it
reinvent it.
was great. And
Yeah.
now I can just keep it everywhere I go. And I was like, okay.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Like, I mean, the wheel's pretty standard. Like, don't reinvent it. Like, if you have it
Yes, Kim
somewhere,
said, have you ever gotten a Google Doc from Rachel? Yes, all the time.
she was giving them out like, yeah, yeah, from the stage yesterday. So, yeah, it was pretty highly. It was Holly, Rachel, and the 20 something tech bros. They're my people.
Hilarious though, isn't it? You're like, oh my gosh. Oh well, you know what? I heard somebody say, Robert, you probably appreciate this. If all the internet goes down, we are the only people that will know how to survive.
Yeah, it's so true. Can someone in a child account
Yes.
become an affiliate for Page Wheel? Yes. Now, those of you who are completely white labeling Page Wheel may have to let them know this. You know, I'm white labeling this software, but if you want to, some of you who are white labeling have your own affiliate program for your own thing, so you're funneling those people into your own program, which is great. But if you just want to make a little extra money and you don't mind them, crossing that fourth wall barrier of into Page Wheel, then they can absolutely just sign up like as an affiliate, just like you did.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because I don't at first my brain I had sort of a scarcity thing going on and my brain was telling me, don't tell them it's Page Wheel. Nobody can find out that it's Page Wheel. And I'm like, who cares? And then, I heard a couple of other people talking in the same sort of vein. And so now, I mean, the business level of Page Wheel is 47 a month. My Shut Up and Post Club is 97 a month. But for that extra 97 between the 97 and the 47, they're getting so much more than they normally would get if they just had an account. And if they're the type of person that's just going to want to get out and get their own account anyway, then I should let them. So,
To release them. Yeah, and like in reality, one of the and we've been very transparent with you guys about this, and one of the reasons why we love the agency model is that if somebody builds something in Page Wheel in the first week, they're our customers forever and ever, amen. If they don't, if they buy it, don't ever experience, never master it, never make anything in it, then guess what they're doing? They're discontinuing 2 months later, 3 months later, or a year later when that charge comes up. So like the value of the tool is not the fact that you bought it.
right.
Like, that does not solve your problem. I mean, you might think it does, but so like those of you who are solving their actual like deep down problems, like that is worth so much more than and you'll see your retention rate a lot deeper than just a tool's retention rate, because a tool is a tool and you're actually solving problems. So yeah, you're in Toastmasters selling toasters.
I told her, I said, sure, just tell her yes. And here's my affiliate link from Amazon. Which toaster do you want?
Mm,
It's easier to sell her a toaster than try to explain to her what Toastmasters is.
yeah. I love what Christine said. She's created a Notion page. So think about all these tools that we use all the time that have those share links. That's why, like, it doesn't have to be GPT. It doesn't have to be a Google Doc. Whatever you want to share with them that you can just grab with a link, you can gate that on a delivery page. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like we have both. Kim's saying I'm waffling between Page Wheel and White Label, Page Wheel support membership or White Label. I like it's easiest for me when you are like, hey, I'm such and such, powered by Page Wheel or whatever, because even in customer service, I try to look up every single customer before I like make sweeping statements. But like if
Yeah.
it's a really simple response, sometimes like I'll just send it out and then I'm like, oh crap, I should have gone to see if I can, use the word and that kind
I
of
think
stuff.
I'm
So,
kind of
and
leaning
it's
more
not like
towards.
you're trying to trick them. So that's why I don't know. That's when I think
I think,
a light white label is kind of I think is the best way in my
yeah,
mind.
for me, I'm kind of in the same boat as April. I'm like, you know what? Like the work's already done. The video's already made. The learn page is up. Like I can redirect them there, but I can also be their second line of defense. That is, I am a
Right.
pro, right? Like
Yeah.
you can ask me anytime. If I give them something like Voxer access, that's not something Holly's giving out.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing is, okay, so we don't like if someone comes in, let's say you have a child account, and for those of you who are on a page bill account, this is just knowledge on how we work on this. If you're at the enterprise level, you have child accounts. One of them comes to page wheel and is like, oh, I want to get in on this $27 a month. Little do they know they have way more features in their child account than that $27 a month will do. What happens is they cannot sign up because it will flag it as already having an account. Now, if you come to us and say, hey, we want to release this person, this happens all the time. Child accounts often become agency owners when they see what you guys are doing. So they were like, oh, I want to be an agency. Well, the only way you can be an agency is you can't be a child account agency. You'd have to come to us, but it's with your blessing. So you're like, hey, Holly, so and so wants to be an agency. Can you roll that over? And then you're going to use your affiliate link so that it's not like it's something that will continue to be in your ecosystem.
I
Yeah.
had
Is it
I had kind of figured,
pagewheel.firstpromoter.com? Is that right?
There's a link in the bottom of every
yeah,
page.
Okay.
there's mine's
Sorry,
Kim's
go
link,
ahead, Kim.
April, but I thought I'm gonna just I think ChatGPT gave me this idea, guys, but it said basically like if they want to go, right, maybe they're going to an agency or maybe they want to just go get the $47 instead of the 20 or instead of the 97, right? Because they think they're going to save a bunch of money. You can offer to migrate them for a fee. All there's funnels and stuff over there. Holly will help us. We know we don't have to tell them that, right?
Nope.
And then or if they would just use your affiliate link, you will migrate them for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, and
And
that gives them, that makes that, it doesn't force them, but I mean, it
yeah.
gives them a good reason to just use your affiliate link and sign up that way, you know?
Right. And even if you're like, hey, so and so somehow got over to you guys, and let me show you where I talked to him 32 times. Like that's not even, I'm not even gonna like look at all the evidence here. Is I can back end add them to your affiliate account.
Yeah. I just think it was a good sort of sell because then you
Mhm.
can say, oh, we'd be happy to migrate your content. If you want to pay for that, that's fine. And then we're done, right? Or I'm going to be a really nice person. You just use my affiliate link. No harm, no foul, and we will send all your stuff over there. You will lose nothing. So,
Does a child account customer need a domain or can they have a domain? So the child accounts so we have like the enterprise level where if you are the enterprise level user, you have like the parent account and then you start with 10 child accounts and those are independently our business level accounts. So, but you have the ability to go in and add to it, impersonate them, and make things inside their account, kind of like I can do to you. Um, and so they can do anything a business level account is. So the custom domains, they can add a custom domain or you can add one for them. Um, whatever a business level account can do, a child account can do. Their own Stripe, all that kind of stuff. Now Holly made me charge $97 for a half hour one-on-one. We're getting there. She's not even making crazy faces when she said it too.
Not to interrupt you, Holly,
Go
but
for
when
it.
she charged me, and I'm like, she's charging not enough, but I'm going to take it. And as we're talking, she goes, oh, I'm told I should charge more. I go, after this phone call, yes. I'm like, girl, no way for that And then she even gave more. So thank you for telling her.
I love that. I always often will do that. In fact, I did that when when we were renting the house across the street. Is when as I left, I told the people that were renting it to us, you do know that you can charge way more rent.
You gotta love it when your clients are going, after me, you need to charge more.
Yeah, after me. Start it tomorrow. All right. Any questions? Oh, so walk me through this. Sean says, if you have a child account and they decide to do it on their own based on what consent, you own the content in that account. So what we can do, Sean, if we know about it and if it's okay with you that they're going to be moving into is we can roll their account into an enterprise account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just when she said that, I was like, okay, so we own that account
Mhm.
and they're just the user of that account. And I mean, I would always let them have their
Yeah.
content,
Me
but
too.
Yeah. So like
that made
we don't email your people. We don't try to we're not trying to market them. We're not telling them to come to these things unless they happen to be in the group. They'll hear about this. That's all up to you guys. We don't want them. The only exception is to it is that let's say Sean stops paying his bills. And so the enterprise account that all these child is basically going inactive. In that case, we might go once we know that you're not going to pay and that you're like maybe on a beach somewhere, retired, I hope. Then what we do is we go to those child accounts and just say, hey, do you want to roll these into paid accounts? Just so that they can keep their stuff. You know, it's not their fault that you got retired and won the lottery. So
No, and then I'm just thinking like if they are trying to save money, which sometimes that's what people want to do and all that, you want to at least get the affiliate
yeah.
payment from them. So then yes, offer to migrate their stuff and all they need to do is use your affiliate link. It's no, I mean, they got to
Mhm.
use some kind of link anyway.
You
So
don't have to worry about me stealing your clients. I got
don't
enough.
think so.
I got enough on my plate.
My clients are trouble, man.
We're attracted to you for a reason.
Like somebody pitched me in the DMs the other day and she says, oh, you need to come to our community. She says, our marketing mentors have hundreds of thousands of followers. And I went, well, I'm good. Mine has several million. She was like, oh,
Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Oh, it's a crazy world. But just one of the things I do want to just reemphasize for you guys here is it like I know we started as a digital product maker, and so a lot of you are thinking downloads and stuff like that. But remember, if you have an idea that is somewhere on the internet that has a link, then you can add value to it by adding a video, adding training, adding a download, adding all the things, and all those things can be delivered on that delivery page in a really easy way. So don't put yourself in a box. And so when you see something, you're like, oh, I want to sell that. How do I sell it? Just you can use a funnel through Pageville real easy. Christina says, I still can't believe KJ and I are the only one in our coaching group that realized the gold Pageville is. Yeah, I love this group too. It's one of my favorites. All right. Any other questions before we take on this weekend? All right. Then I'm going to release you into the world to go with a challenge to think about what you can launch in the next few days that doesn't have to be built or something that you already have. Maybe it is a Google Doc that you've shared in the past or even like a presentation, a slide presentation or something that might teach something, grabbing a few slides out of it, just something simple that would just solve one problem. You could pop it up as either a lead magnet to grow your list or with a small price. Oh, by the way, one of the things, and his name is Jeff something. You guys probably know that are on the internet more than I am, but he does the $5 offers. So he's just like $5 offer, $5 offer. He was also one that says, "Oh, just pop your $5 offer in the funnel." And I was like, "Yeah, that's how I ended up making Page Wheel. It's because that's easier said than done." But you know, the micro offer is super hot right now in the internet marketing space, and you could do that today. You could pop it up. You could have it live by 10:30 Central Time if you wanted to. So don't overthink it. You have stuff that you can repurpose and push out there, and then just launch it. So
Holly, do you remember Travis Lape? He was one of the I think he was my first affiliate.
mhm.
Um, Years ago, and he launched a $5 ebook.
Mhm.
And the market, because he sells educational materials to high school principals, it was called How to Change the Culture of Your School.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He was like the one of the first Page Wheel like
One of the
success
first
stories.
ebooks and he just put it out there and sold like $5,000 worth.
Right.
And he messaged me, he was like, "Oh my gosh." And it was almost just like, so I messaged him the other day. He goes, "Oh my gosh, I got to get back to this." He says, "I could have been doing this whole and like you said just before, the churn rate happens because people just, it's the same reason why you buy your favorite top and then 6 months later it's still in your closet and you're like, "Why haven't I worn that?"
Yeah.
It's just if it's in your wheelhouse, then it works. And then sometimes you're just like, "Wait, why didn't I did the same thing with lunch and learns." I'm like, "Why don't I do these all the time?" And I
Right.
started my little 8 week thing and it's just exploded.
And so the other thing is, and I'm going to be exploring this more, so I'll probably be talking about this next week, but the ability to set up like a task list on Chat GPT too, that so that you are like consistently doing those things that will move your business.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about too, is whether you do it old school and just do the rinse and repeat. Number one on 3 days a week is this,
Yeah.
because we all know once you've done it 5 times, it will take you, a fraction of the time of what you had before.
Yeah.
So, all right. I am going to turn off this. So goodbye to Feature Friday. I'm going to stop the recording.